What's up, everybody? This is Carl from TechfulGoodies, and today we're doing another tech haul. Now, just a reminder, I have two types of tech hauls that I generally do. One would be like a Temu tech haul that I released earlier this month, and the other is kind of just like a product tech haul. Things you can get from Amazon, from the manufacturer, and things like that. Nothing specifically Temu. I've had some questions on the past on where's the Temu stuff? Well, those are specifically meant for another type of haul, so we'll keep them there. But this one's where I take about 4, 5, 6 different things, open them up, we check them out, see if there's anything cool, then see if there's something you might be interested in. So let's go ahead and get started. I got everything back here behind me, and we will go for it. Alrighty, first in the pile is this one right here. I can actually see what this is. This is the Divoom time gate. Now, this is a very interesting one. If you're into having kind of a decorated desk or setting up your desk to look nice for filming, or do you just want to have something cool in your office, this probably will fit the bill. Timesgate with a S on the end of it. All right, so here is the product itself. Now it comes in this interesting carrying case. So let's get that open with so many crinkles of this bag. All right, so it comes in this very cool looking traveler case. I guess if you want to take it with you, to open it up, we're pushing the button on the side, and there it is. So what this is basically a super stylized type of display screen. So it's got, well, I'll go over the details here in a second, but what else you get in here? I think this is going to be the cable. You also get the instruction manual and this triangular thing as well, again, as the carrying case. But what this is basically a display screen that has 5 different displays in it. Now you can display all sorts of stuff and customize this a lot to be able to show things on there that you want to be able to show and have it sit on your desk as kind of a informational kiosk type of thing. I think for you to understand everything that this is capable of, I'm not going to go through every bit of this instruction manual. We'll be here all day. But in this little box, we also get the standard cable, which is your USB-A to USB-C, which is good. Always like to see USB-C. Well, the first thing I want to do is peel off this peely sticker here, or protective film, if that's what you want to call it. And the next thing we're going to want to do is plug it in. So I think there's an iPhone and Android app that you can use. I'll go ahead and install that. And then I think you can customize things on your computer and all that. I don't know how deep I'm going to get into this just through this tech haul, but we'll do a couple things, see how cool it is. All right, so it is currently on, and it looks like you do get a little bit of RGB goodness here. You can, I think, change the light type with this button here. Yep. If you don't want to have any RGB, I think you can maybe turn it off, but you can just cycle through the different types. You can switch through the different types of built-in modes. Like, for example, this is one of those filament looking clocks that you see around. So if you wanted to have a clock on your desk, click this mode button here on the top. Okay, so it looks like they only have basically your clock mode, which is this you've seen already. And then if you go back, you have your individual screens here that you can add stuff to. Let's go ahead and grab the iPhone app. I think it has built-in little, I guess they're called maybe applets or things that you can immediately put onto the screens. So their app is called Divoom Pixel Art Community. So again, with a lot of these little screens, you're going to want to do pixel art, whether it's little animations or updates directly from your computer. Let's say you wanted to watch sports scores or temperature or whatever, you know, those are the types of things I think you can add, but we'll see here in a second. All right, so then what you do is when you turn it on, it will be showing kind of like this sort of waiting to connect type of screen, and then you'll go through and hook it up to your Wi-Fi, and that just allows it to work independently when your phone's not near. Now, the cool thing about this is, so you can see now I'm kind of got my app connected, and the cool thing about this is that you can set individual screens or you can set them all together as one large screen. So if you wanted to have a ticker or something scrolling, you can do that. So I'll go ahead and I have it so you can see there is this mode right here that allows you to do everything straight across. So that's going to give you a full set of items here. So like, for example, that clock we saw earlier, or you can do individual ones. So now that I have that selected, I'll go ahead into here and then I'll go through their gallery. And as you can see, their gallery has a ton of different things that you can add for each one of the screens. So let me go ahead and just see if I can add like a little animation. All right, so you can see I put a little animated clock in that one little screen right there. Let's go ahead and just fill all these up here real quick. Okay, and then as you are clicking these, the screen that you click on is the one that you're choosing. And I'm just picking random things here that are already in the preset. I think you can go ahead and create whatever kind of thing you want with their app. And then as you're adding them, they're all being added to the screen. You can see here I put like YouTube subscribers, a stock ticker, digital clock, animated clock, another digital clock. Well, I could have picked anything I wanted from there. I guess I picked a couple clocks, but what else is in there? Let's see if we can find something like a little animated thing. There we go. I picked some sports scores so that you can go ahead and customize what sports scores you want on here. So what this is like I said, just basically an info screen that allows you to just customize the heck out of it from what I can tell. And if you look here, most of these screens look really, really nice. I mean, they're not, you know, even if you're looking kind of like an angle, you're still seeing it. You might see a little reflection there on the screen as I move it towards my bright light. But yeah, I mean, as far as like a desk accessory or something that you set on your desk, to just have information there. And I think, you know, let's look at this app here. I think you can go ahead into Discover and you can design animations, pixel coloring, music, alarm, collaboration, countdowns, stopwatches, scoreboards, chats, noisemaker, and more. You can change the brightness up and down here if you want. You can also have different screens that you can switch between. So for example, this is the top one that I just set up, and you can add another and set a whole nother set of things. So if I did want something to go ahead and be full across the way, and I go down here and kind of pick that clock again that we looked at, then now that's the one that I have selected on the screen. So it looks like you have a lot of customization. You know, it just depends. It depends on you, whether or not this is something that interests you. I think this is cool. It's something I can have either here on my desk. I will be leaving all the links below. Some of them will be affiliates, but I'll mark them as so. And if you want to see the prices, just click through and check them out, because prices change all the time. And I don't want to have an older video that says the wrong price. I don't like to do that. But yeah, thumbs up for this one. I think that's neat looking. I'll go ahead and set that right there for the time being. And let's go ahead and see what is next. Alrighty, so we got this little guy here. Let's check it out. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So I'm not sure if you've seen a previous video that I've done for a TobenONE dock. I use that all the time, but they wanted to send something else through so that I can put it in my techhaul so you guys can check it out. So this is another USB-C docking station. If you want to take your laptop and get out of there, you don't want to have to unplug everything. Come back, plug everything back in. Just to start using your machine, you can just hook it up with one cable. So this is their UDS040W. It's a USB docking station for a laptop. So let's take a look at it and see what the features are. And right off the bat, we do have a power brick. And again, I've said this, I keep saying that I've said this, but I always like to say that, you know, you have extra power when it comes to a docking station because you don't want everything to just yank the power out of your laptop. Some laptops only have one plug where you're plugging it in with USB-C to charge it, and that only has one USB-C port that can be used. But with these type of docking stations, you have power delivery pass-through that's going to pass through and charge your devices. So here's the docking station itself. So you can see that it has like a little bit of a shelf here. So if you're using a tablet, you can kind of drop your tablet in and then plug it in with this USB-C cord that they give. On the front here, you do have a headphone jack. You have a SD and a micro SD card slot. You have a 10 gigabit per second, 20 watt USB-C. You also then have a 10 gigabit per second USB-C transfer rate, and then a 10 gigabit per second USB-A port here. On and off buttons, so you can turn it on and off. Sometimes I find that good because if I'm using it back here or in my desk here, I like to turn that off at night. So having just one button for that push is good. Now the real power is here on the back. You have your Ethernet port, you have your another headphone jack or audio out. You have your DC in for the plug. You have four USB A's. It look like two of them are USB 3.0 and two of them are USB 2.0. You have a host USB-C and a USB-C 3.0. So host is the cable that you're going to hook to the device you're trying to use. Then you have two HDMI out and one display port out. So if you want to use those extra monitors, you can, with your device that you're plugging in. So as far as some of the features go, I think for this one, we'll just go over them quickly. I'm not going to do a full demonstration. I have other videos on docking stations from TobenONE that you can check out. They all work fairly pretty much the same. The difference is the features and how it works. So this one here does provide, so this is a 150 watt power adapter, okay? So that power is going to be split amongst a couple of things. It's going to be split towards some of your HDMI ports, your USB ports, USB-C, all the different things on here, but the PD pass-through coming to your laptop is going to be up to 100 watts. So for example, I have this little tiny Dell laptop here. I can just use it in the docking station here. So once I'm able to like toss it in the air, I'll show it to you from the side, but it kind of just sits into the docking station like that. And then you would take this USB-C host cable, plug it into the backside here for the host, into your machine, and then you're good to go. You can start to split it out through all the different things on the device itself. So this one is particularly made for Windows. There are some specific things that Mac needs in order to have multiple monitors and stuff like this, but this one is specifically made for Windows. It does have triple or dual 4K monitor support, and I'm kind of reading off the stats here just to make sure you know, and that comes with the HDMIs here and the display port. What that does is it uses the USB-C full-featured port on your laptop. That's another important thing I always say, is that you have to have a full-featured USB-C port on your laptop or the display won't work. This is, like I said, this is designed to work for Windows Chrome OS laptop. It's supposed to be plug and play, which means plugging in the host and you're good to go. And as far as they're saying here, you can have a single 8K at 30 hertz. You can have a display, and you can have a single 4K at 144 hertz. Or you can have triple display up to 4K at 60 hertz. And just a note, I'm seeing here that this Ethernet is 2.5 gigabits per second. Almost everything you own, unless you specifically choose a higher level of throughput for your Ethernet, is going to be a gigabit. So this gets you up to 2.5 if you want to take advantage. If you have a home networking system that has that higher speed, you can do that. And I like that a lot. So yeah, this is going to be awesome. I'm definitely going to be able to use this. Thanks to TobenONE for sending this over. I absolutely love their products. Definitely check out in the link below. Alrighty, what is this? I have opened it before, but I cannot remember. Oh, okay. So this here is a Kiwibit battery cam, okay? So I have been looking for kind of a backup system for my cameras. So I have a Ring camera in the front, so I kind of wanted like a backup because my Ring is getting pretty old. I don't feel like upgrading it right now, but this will give me the opportunity to not only do that, I can also decide to mount it in my backyard. And the cool thing about this is that it does have a magnetic mount. You can just pop it on there and have a security camera that hooks to your Wi-Fi and it's good to go. So let's go ahead and open this up and I'll get you some test footage and we'll see how it works. I think one of the things that I feel is that there are so many different cameras, right? And you can pick up a camera, but is it going to display what you need to display when it's important? If there's something going on in your yard that you're recording or in your front yard, you want to have it to have at least a good visual so you can see what's going on, not like some sort of small little camera like I've gotten in the past. But yeah, let's check this out. Because this is supposed to have 2K video feed, so that's one thing I'm interested in. I think my Ring doorbell is 1080p, and even then it's crap. So so in the box, I guess you get you do have to charge it. If it is going to be put somewhere that you don't have access to constant charge, you do have to charge it. Setup guide, a little mounting brackets, some screws if you want to permanently mount it. I think that's one of the benefits of something like this is that you have multiple mounting options. You do have the magnetic mount, or you can permanently mount it. So here is the camera itself. Pull off the rippity plastic on the front. And according to some of the features here, we've got 2K camera, wireless, outdoor, indoor, which is good. Easy magnetic mount, color, night vision, two-way audio, which I like because you don't have to use this outdoor. You can use it indoor. I used to use it when my kids would come home on their bus. They would get home before I got home from work, so I could know when they're home and talk to them and say, hey, you guys clean the house before I get home, or clean up your desks or whatever. You have AI detection, so it can kind of detect whether it's people or animals or something like that. Weather resistant. And there's cloud and SD storage, which I personally like. I don't want to have to always subscribe to a cloud service in order to save my videos. Having the ability to put an SD card in here would be nice to be able to record locally, so you have everything completely local and you don't have to worry about having some sort of cloud service. It does have kind of like this stiff kind of thing, which is good, stiff, but you can kind of, if you want to mount it on a wall sideways like that, or if you want to mount it flat like that, you can also point it straight down. You can have it, I don't know, maybe you can have it upside down and flip the video, but it just gives you that mounting option. So on the bottom here, this is where you charge it. That sort of protects it, I guess, from the elements, but you have your USB-C charge point here on the bottom. You can see it's kind of protected there. So if I do need to charge it, I can do that. And then it turns out that the power button is actually right in here. So you see here, you have your micro SD slot, your USB-C, and your power button. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. And it's on, all right. And the app immediately sees it. And what it's gonna wanna do, like the other screen that we tried a little bit ago, is that this is gonna want us to connect. Yes, I understand we're setting up, but we're gonna wanna connect to our Wi-Fi, because that's gonna allow you to be able to connect from your phone to the device. Connection succeeded. Connection succeeded. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I will set the camera here. I don't know, maybe I'll use it for my new filming camera. How about that? Alrighty, so there we go. As you can see, this is me showing me on the Me. I should be able to go full screen. So you can kind of see the quality there of it's going to be kind of a fisheye lens so I can see a lot more. I'll go ahead and do some recordings of this and toss that up here on the screen. But I really like the idea that you can take these other things here and make it into a magnetic mount, because if I want to move it around or do something like that. Now, remember, if it is magnetic mount, you don't want it just sitting within arm's reach, because come up and snag it. But that's just something that you'll have to figure out. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and throw up a couple other videos on the screen right now so you can see an example of me using it in the front yard. I'll get an SD card and put it in here and record that and get that video for you. But so far, yeah, I mean, I think the good thing is that it's, you know, in the $35 range for a single camera. The fact that you can actually have a 2K video signal and save it to a micro SD card, I think is great, because you don't have to use a cloud service if you don't want to. Let's go ahead and look at the feed here. So let me go ahead and click one of these. I'm not sure if it's currently saving, if I can play it. Yep. Oh, there we go. So it's actually playing back what it caught during that notification segment. So yeah, very, very similar to other cameras. I think you can definitely go ahead and check this out if you're interested. Thanks to them again, Kiwibit, for sending this over. I think the big selling point for this is that micro SD slot on the back. The two-way microphone, I think, is awesome. Every camera should have that two-way microphone. I think I've got something that's going to be a good addition to my security setup here. And if I ever end up moving, I can just pop it off and take it with me. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Alrighty, so this one here is a twofer, actually. So this is, or these are two different products, but I think they're two different important products, so I wanted to get them and try them out. So this is a cordless car jump starter. So it's a battery that's going to be able to jump your car in an emergency situation, and a cordless air pressure car pump. So for your tires. So there's two things you don't want to mess around with: air pressure in your tires and car batteries. Those things can always fail at any point in time. So having something like this, if you have a more modern car, it won't happen that often. But like my son has an older car, older used car, so these will be perfect for his car, because if he ever has a situation where he's trapped, being able to jump your car without having to bother someone else to come over, and also being able to air up a tire just to get home or get to the tire shop is important. Let's take a look. So this is the air tire pump. You have the device itself, and you will have, looks like they give you a travel bag, but you will have a couple of accessories if you need them. So let's say you're out and about and you can charge it in your car. So you have a car standard power port thing here and a plug, so you can charge this up in your car if it's out of battery when you want to use it, so you're not stuck. You have the air pump hose right here. You do have a USB-C to USB-A, which actually might be for charging also. Just depends on how it's powered, or else this can be used as a battery bank. That might be the other case. So let's go ahead and see what happens if I hit a button here. Make sure this is battery powered. Oh, yep. Now that should not have scared me as much as it did, but it scared me nonetheless. Okay, so you've got so all this stuff will go into this accessory bag, right? And that just stays in your car. And it has nice color coding here, orange to orange, so you know that you're hooking up the right side of the cable here. And then you're gonna wanna hook this obviously up to your tire. Turn it on and you're good to go. On the front here, you do have a PSI meter, which is always nice to know what you're pumping up. They do give you a couple of things here if you want to. They give you an extra fuse. It looks like something for maybe an inflatable product, and they also give you a little stem right here if you want to pump up a basketball or something like that. So if you have in your car, you have a bunch of different things you can do with it. And again, on the front here, you have your PSI meter and you have your battery meter, just to know how much. And the ability just to pull this small little thing out of your car, go up, pump up your tire, and just be on your way. I can't even tell you, that's just so important. I'll do a quick little video showing you how I'm using it on my car. I'll actually use it on my son's car. I'll hook it up and pump up and show you the PSI and stuff like that. And then once you're done, toss it into this little so-so carrying bag right here. Toss in your cable, toss in your other cables, zip it up or pull the little connectors here, and you are good to go with a little travel pump that you can pump your car tires up. Now, the other thing that they sent over was this car jump starter. Same thing. You don't want to mess around with having to have someone come and rescue you. Looks like we have EAFC gnarly. But yeah, so EFAC is the company, and they did send these for me to open up and show you all. But this is what I like. A small little package, not giant jumper cables you got to keep in your car. One small little package like this. So all you got to do is open this up. And inside you have the battery itself. Now what this is pretty much a giant battery pack that's able to jump your vehicle. And then on the other side here, you actually have the meat and potatoes for connecting it to whatever you want to connect it to. So you have your plug-in unit here, so you're plugging this in on the front of the unit here when you want to use it. So the good thing about this is that it can also be used as an external battery to charge your phone in an emergency. It can be used as a flashlight because it is just a giant battery. And then when you need to jump your car, you go ahead and take this and plug it in. It's got only one way that it can be plugged in, right? And there you go. You go and turn it on, and it's going to tell you your battery percentage is 100%, and it's good to go. It does support 12-volt emergency car start, and you're going to want to fully clamp the positive pole of the battery with the red clamp, and then the negative pole to the black clamp. And then you fully insert it into the ECS here, and turn the ignition switch on and start it. Now, of course, I don't have the opportunity to use this right now, but I think that from what I'm seeing here, I like the idea that it is this one just simple package. Again, both of these items, I think what they've done across the board here, they also provide like a USB charger here, but what they've done across the board here with these two products is given us something that is essential for your vehicle. And they've given it to us in small, little, convenient packages, right? Easy decision for me to take these two things and pick them up and buy them and put them in my son's car. Easy decision to buy another set and put them in my other son's car when he gets a car, because I just want them to be protected and be safe. The ability to charge with this, or jumpstart your car, and the ability to fill up your tires with this, or fill up anything. I mean, it's got all those nozzles and everything. I think we've definitely got I'm going to put these instructions back in here. I think these two things are winners. Thanks to them for sending this over. Definitely check them out, but we can go ahead next and see what else we have to look at. Oh, this one's open already. Of course it is, because I don't even know what these packages are. Oh, good. You guys know exactly the fact that I am a sucker for charging stations. I did an IVANKI review of their docking station a while back, and so they sent this over for the tech review. So you can see here that it is a magnetic 3-in-1 wireless charger. It has a spot for your phone, has a spot, I think, for your watch, and on the back, I think it has a spot for like your earbuds. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that word. But anyway, just another option or another thing you can potentially get and use on your nightstand, in your kitchen, wherever you want. But I like the fact that this looked a little bit compact and easy to travel with, but we'll see here in a second. So in the box, user manual, always fun, USB-C to USB-C. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. So it does have a nice little nightlight glow on the bottom here. So white light, warm light, and then off. I'll go ahead and leave it on the warm light there. The front pops up like this, so it becomes your charger for your phone that has MagSafe. So toss it on there and it's charging. I can also angle it up a little bit if I want to, so you guys can see it. The other thing that you're looking at here on the back is the ability to charge your earbuds here. So you can see, you can go ahead and set a pair of earbuds like this on there and charge it. And then the other thing you have the opportunity to do is you have a USB-C on the side here. What I think you can do is either have a pass through to something else that you want to charge, but what this really is your watch output. So if you look on the bottom here, they have this little dongle. So you're going to want to put it in face up with the white part facing up. And then I'm going to take my watch, and I do like the fact, because I use these watch bands that are already connected, they don't open up. So I like the ability to be able to kind of just take and toss it on there. And then that's charging. Now the other thing I want to take a look at is the clearance. So if that's charging, my phone goes on here just fine. It's not interfering with the watch at all. I guess if you had a watch band that came straight out like that, it might. And then if I want to, put the earbuds on there and have them charge. So that's pretty cool. Magnetic 3-in-1 wireless charger, 15-watt fast charging, adjustable angle, night light mode. If I want to turn the night light on, I can. But yeah, it's just another good little addition, another potential option that you can decide to use if you want to use something like this. I personally love IVANKI stuff. I've used it before. I reviewed things from them before. And you can see here an example of kind of like putting all your stuff on the device itself. This is how it opens up. And yeah, it should work. This is going to be great. I like this design. One thing I do like about this, and by the way, this is very heavy. Not super duper heavy. So it's not like maybe I want to carry this around my backpack, but it's heavy enough to where the thing will sit on your nightstand and not fall over. Most of the ones that I have, I go to put my phone on there. I put it on there and I push it and it falls over. I go to try to take my phone off and I can't. Like, this has a strong magnet, right? But I don't feel like, well, it actually will pick up the whole thing, but I don't feel like I'm going to knock this over. And then if I want to, I can have it sitting up, so I can just have my phone sitting on there. Good to go. Awesome. Thank you to them for sending this over. Definitely check out the link below, but I think we got maybe one more thing to take a look at here. Alrighty, so the last thing we have here in the box was some open ear headphones. So these are the BUGANI Free B10 earbuds. So these are open ear earbuds, so they're becoming more and more popular. I think some people don't like to have things jammed into their ears or continually worry about maybe they're playing their music too loud and could have ear damage. These give you a earbud that sits on the outside and gives you the sound, but also allows you to have some awareness of around you and lets other sounds in so you're not blocked out from the world. So this package here is going to be a little bit bigger, I think, than your normal. So this is like a standard earbud that goes in your ears from Tozo. So these are open ear ones. So the reason that is because they are a little bit bigger. So these fit nicely in here, but you can see how these work. So these kind of wrap around and over your ears, and then the then the speaker is here, and that's where you hear the volume or the sound from. So this is a charging case. So it comes with a USB-A, I think, to USB-C cord. Speaking of which, yep, there it is in the bottom. USB-A to USB-C, so you can charge these and take them with you. And then when you're ready and you're done, you toss them back in here and then they start charging. So the one other cool feature that I really wanted to talk about too with these headphones is not only the fact that they're open ear, they're AI language translation earbuds. So apparently when you hear someone talking to you, it can translate that. So if you are wearing these, someone that you're talking to that's speaking Spanish, it will translate it using the app on your phone, and that's pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and get these hooked up. I'll download the app. We'll see how it works. We'll give it a try, all that kind of stuff. But as soon as you take them out, it recognizes them as the BUGANI Free B10. Those should be working. Let me go ahead and put one of these on right now. So basically, it just kind of hooks behind your ear and sits over top. I'll go ahead and put them both on because I can actually hear with the open ear earbuds. Right off the bat, they feel light, like I don't even feel that they're on. Go ahead and play something sound-wise. All right, playing some music here. I think what you'll notice when you have open ear earbuds, so I've tried a bunch of open ear and I've tried the in the ear earbuds, is that you're not going to get that giant sort of deep resonant bass sound that you would particularly be used to. This is going to be sort of like a more external sound because it is open ear. But these do sound pretty good. But let me go ahead and open up the Ear Dance app. Also have kind of like an AI dialogue back and forth. Free talk with other people. Oh, it looks like you could actually take these and hand one of them to someone else and have a free talk back and forth. Translation machine mode, and then standard headphone mode, voice note mode to take voice notes. It looks like it's mostly powered by this app, but it seems like it could be pretty cool. Let's try the translation mode. Let's see what can happen here. So I'm going to translate from English to German. Let's try that. English. Hello, how are you? Please tell me where the bathroom is.
Sie mir, wo sich das Badezimmer befindet.
Does anyone out there speak German?
Englisch. Guten Tag, wie geht es dir? Bitte sagen Sie mir, wo sich das Badezimmer befindet.
That might be nice, I guess, if you're gonna be out traveling. Hello, can you tell me where the nearest store is? I need to buy some bottled water.
Hola, ¿cuánto me pueden decir dónde está la tienda más cercana? Necesito comprar agua embotellada.
I have no clue if that is translating correctly, but I'm hoping it is. So I don't know if it just works through the app or if it's working through the headphones. I think there's a two-way free, again, free talk, dual ear, translation machine mode, headphone mode, voice note mode, photo translation. Oh, so you can take a picture of a photo and translate that. Well, yeah, these are pretty cool. And, you know, as far as inexpensive earphones go, it's definitely worth checking out. I'm always a big fan of charging cases that you can kind of just toss them back into, keep them safe. And when you're ready to use them, they'll be good to go and charged. Thanks again to them for sending this over. And thanks again for all these companies for sending these things over. I do look for things that are unique and that you might like. And so I really appreciate them supporting my channel. If this helped you out, if you're going to buy anything or you're going to look at anything, let me know what you're going to get down below. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. But until next time, this is Carl from TechfulGoodies, and I'm out.